R.I. presents
Sea People Mountain People Chapter 2 Encounter with Mythology. Previous overview. Touka was confused because she couldn't understand her situation. The owner of the body also seemed to wonder, but when her got off the tower, her went into the forest. As soon as I entered the forest, I heard a voice from above. When I looked up, I saw a house dexterously built on a tree, and a man was looking at me with a smile. After greeting the man, I walked a little further through the dense trees. The surrounding trees gradually decreased, and as I went further, the giant tree appeared in front of me. The trunk of a tree that appeared in front of me was well over 3 meters in diameter, and a straw-woven rug was laid in front of the tree. She walked up to the rug, stopped, turned around, raised her hands and said something. I felt that she was showing gratitude to the sun. I don't know her words, but I can feel her emotions. She then turned to face the giant tree and got down on her knees and began to pray. Apparently, she is praying to the giant tree that everyone will return safely. I don't know why, I don't know her words, but I can feel her thoughts. Also, there is one thing I noticed. She knows the color of the air just like I do. I have always been able to predict the weather by looking at the colors of the distant sky. I can't see too far in the city, so I can only predict the weather until about 3 hours later. But if I can see far away, I'm confident that I can predict the weather about half a day ahead. My friends were scared of me because of that, but she seems to be more capable than me. She seems to be looking much farther away. How long is her eyesight? What is her role? As I was thinking about this, someone called out to me from behind, and when I turned around, a girl was walking towards me. Very cute girl. Who would this kid be? The girl exchanged a few words of greeting, knelt next to me, and began to pray in the same way. Sitting next to her, her gaze is very warm as she watches over the girl gently, and she seems to care for girl very much. When the prayer was over, the girl turned to me and spoke to me with serious eyes. Of course, I don't know what the conversation was, but it seems that the two of them are discussing some kind of problem. However, I feel that I understand the sism and shamo that sometimes appear in conversations. They sometimes point somewhere and say, "Sism," so I think the content is that someone is coming and causing some trouble. Probably. When they finished talking, they returned home. When I returned to the village, I could see the surroundings and noticed that there were many pit dwellings that I had seen in textbooks before. What? Pit dwellings? I said in surprise, and she looked around again and shook her head. Oh, did she hear my voice? Did she respond to my voice? She had the same reaction earlier. I want to talk to her, but now is not the time. I don't understand their language, and I'm a little scared. When we entered the room, an old lady was preparing a meal, and many meal were laid out on a straw-woven rug. When I looked closely, I saw that the pottery bowl contained what appeared to be fish and mushrooms boiled. A vessel woven from bamboo contained shellfish, and the other contained some kind of meat. Then the girl next to me happily said something, and the old lady replied something. Then, the three of them formed a circle around the food, said something, and then started eating with their bare hands. As someone who is accustomed to using chopsticks, I was a little surprised to see them eating by holding the ingredients directly with my hands. But I knew on TV the countries and regions where I ate directly with my hands, so my attention quickly shifted to other things. Isn't this place Japan? Asian countries other than Japan. But I feel somewhat familiar with their words. I don't know yet. I was thinking about that, but suddenly I realized something. If the owner of the body eats something, I do not feel the taste. In the first place, I do not feel hungry. At that point, I realized I was dead. Oh, it made me sad to think that I was dead. Then the girl next to me looked at me and said something with a surprised expression. The old lady in front of me also said something. The owner of the body is crying. She is crying. I could feel her bewilderment. The owner of the body had a brief conversation with the two of them, then stood up, left the house and headed for the forest. Today's story ends. The story is updated Friday. Please look forward to. If you like, please subscribe to the channel. See you again.